The kings and the entire people of Bahrain and the Ekpetiama Kingdoms in Bayelsa State wholeheartedly received Professor Steve Azaiki today, January 8, 2019, in their kingdoms. In a consensus voice, the kings of these kingdoms expressed their convictions on Professor Azaiki's candidature and overwhelming victory in the 2019 National Assembly elections.
Having said that, the entourage speaks volumes. I believe that we have more than this number outside. You know, it shows that what you are doing is what the Igbo people call a tsunami. Tsunami is something that nothing withstands, you know, just sweeps through. So I can see victory already there. Because Professor Azaiki is a personal friend. You know, this is the first time he's coming to the practice. He's a personal friend, and I was wondering, this thing I go take do now, Professor Azaiki. No, na prof, and you know, it is known all over the world. But this grassroots, I go take do. I didn't know that I had a special formula for grassroots mobilization. So it's like the 3 states of matter. You know what I mean? Yes. When you have the gaseous state, the liquid state, and the solid state, you know. When you have them, then it means that you've covered all areas. So I can see that with all the personalities here on ground in this palace, and all the mobilization going on, I saw my own cousin for the first time in a long time, Jackson. He said he is the chief security officer and youth mobilizer and everything. I said, oh, this election don't finish since. Anyway, so that is how concluded the election is. Nevertheless, I will eventually do the needful. I'm going to lay the special ivory on you and say some basic wishes. Some call them prayers for your way to be open. Amen. And for you to always bulldoze. Bulldoze does not mean scattering something. Bulldoze actually means clearing a path. And when I was handed this over by the elder, I said, "Babe, belaka, okay, belaka, yes, belaka, bela tin pum daba, it puro motwa among, so I be back na almost I can't finish, and guess if we almost a phone could finish. Amen. Amen. So I will more like extend this traditional wheel so that your path open as well. And the entire Izon nation will be counting on you. The situation of the Izon people, most of us may not understand, but it has been a long, sustained battle. It has been failure on some part by some professionals, and for that reason, some of us had to take the bull by the horn. For example, I think a few weeks ago I was on an NBA program, and they were talking about environmental justice. That was the theme, environmental justice. And I spoke there. And I said, the lawyers are the reason for lawlessness in this climate. I believe there are some lawyers here. Okay, there's a female lawyer. Yes, that if the lawyers were doing their work, if we had some Izon Ghanese and some Izon Falanas who were pushing for environmental justice across Izon land, suing Shell, suing Chevron, suing everybody, federal government and all, there will have been no pipeline vandalization. Pipeline vandalization is like trying to fill a needs gap because you are not able to diplomatically, legally get justice for your people. And who else will wait? If you wait and wait and wait for justice, and you are 15 years old and now you are 25, and then now you are becoming 35, you are waiting for justice. If you know what else to do, you will try it, isn't it? Because the other way is not coming. So this again is a message to the Zone Nation that every professional, be you an engineer, be you a lawyer, you must stand up for the Zone Nation. So Professor Azaiki is a very rounded man. He's a very rounded man. The House of Reps needs people like you. The only obstacle between you and the House of Reps and this serious job that you are supposed to go and do there are the same people you are supposed to serve. That's the only obstacle. The people you are supposed to serve will need to quickly know that you need a rounded man, a round peg in a round hole. Most times we hardly know. Even as I am, people have beaten me, on my foot, bite my ear, and all of that. When at the end of the day, they are the ones I am serving. Because it takes a lot to know that this chloroquine that tastes bitter is what will save you from an untimely malaria death. It may not be as sweet. So usually because you do not know, you say, no, this thing, I won't take it. Professor Azaiki is a professor. Some even say, I'm too high, professor, why didn't want to go look for reps? But that's what we need. That's the least we need. You have to be a rounded somebody to be in any space whatsoever. When I was young, I used to watch all kinds of films. On top of reading books, I was watching films. And one thing I noticed about the mafia films, I'm not a mafia. One thing I noticed about the mafia films is that they are so well organized. You can't beat them all. The mafia don, if the mafia don is a professor, just for an example, the mafia driver is also a professor. The mafia gate man is also a professor in their right. But only one man has to be a don, isn't it? Yes. And then someone a professor. So if the mafia driver is carrying you from the airport, and you are so smart that you are trying to maybe convince him to tune him against his country, by the time you get to seeing whoever you want to see, you're already convinced. Because the man in there, the driver himself, he is so articulate. He understands the history, understands the objective of those people. He's going to have you convinced before you get to your destination. As a matter of fact, outside the mafia, most countries are like that, except Nigeria. Most countries in this way, go to Russia, the person that is going to carry you is a Russian to the core. Sometimes he may even be a member of the Russian Special Service or Secret Service, KGB. And so he sizes you up, he knows what to do to create an advantage for his country. It's only here that we go about without plans. So Professor Azaiki, as I know him, is fit for purpose. And it will be good for those of you following him, and those outside, and those that you are yet to meet, to understand that bit. As first-class traditional rulers, we are not partisan. But I am very political. My chiefs, the law allows them to be partisan. So they can be card-carrying members of any party. The law allows them. But as kings, we are not supposed to be in any party. But if you say we shouldn't be political, that means you don't understand yourself. Because human beings are political animals. So I'm very political, and what is good I know. And these things I'm saying, they may sound like jokes, but they are very serious things. So here in the Ekpetiama Kingdom, we are feeling that we could do a lot without having to chop off people's heads anymore. We can discuss to win. We can sue to win. We can interact to win. And so why do we go to school anyway if we have to throw stones all the time? There are a lot of things you can do by just talking about it. And be witty about it. And you win. When I was much younger, I used to compare. If you take 20,000 youths and you go and block one shell gate somewhere, and then the soldiers or police will tear gas you, and they shoot one or two, and anyone that is shot is dead, isn't it? Yes. So those ones are dead, their families will be mourning. And at the end of the day, they'll come and negotiate and they'll pay some money and do burial and all of that, but the dead are gone, you know. And they will also ensure that the whole story is not publicized. So nobody will even know that 20,000 youths gathered somewhere and did this and that, you know. But sometimes just 3 persons writing one beautiful script and taking it to the TV at a press conference or something. The whole world will hear that people are what? Protesting. I believe that the latter is more effective. The latter is more effective. It is not easy to have a PhD at an early age. You know. So he got a PhD at an early age, and he has tried for the state commissioner, SSG, and so on. There is no person better qualified than Steve Azaiki in this country for any office. Even for the office of president. That's the naked truth. Just that I wasn't in the army, so.